Hey everyone, Dr. Craig from Chiropractic, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can help fix your shoulders by simply hanging from a bar. So shoulder injuries are pretty common. A lot of it's linked with our sedentary lifestyle, our posture, upper cross syndrome like I've talked about in a previous blog post, and all these sort of things tend to lead to that sort of more of a rounded shoulder position, which helps put tension on the rotator cuff, prone for things like impingement and so forth. So one of the ways that you can go about trying to correct this and help fix it is by hanging from a bar. Now I've experienced this myself firsthand. I've had a couple of shoulder injuries over the last few years, and I've managed to get on top of those, and my shoulders are actually better now than they've ever been, and that's mainly from some of my calisthenics training. And that's involved things like hanging from a bar, like I'm going to show you soon, and then some strengthening aspects of that to help start to stabilize the shoulders, make them a lot more strong and more stable. So I came across this book here by this author called John Kirsch. He's an orthopedic surgeon, and he wrote this book on hanging from a bar and how beneficial it can be, and also did some research. I'd really encourage you to read this book. I'll have a link of it down below. But according to the book, and according to Dr. Kirsch, there's 4 things that hanging from a bar will do. Firstly, it's just going to help stretch the coracoacromial ligament. It's going to help increase the space within the shoulder joint by helping stretch out that ligament, increase that the space within that joint. Secondly, it's going to help stretch the joint capsule. So things like frozen shoulder are often due to a constricted joint capsule, so we want to try and stretch that, open it up. Thirdly, it's going to help elevate and fully rotate our scapula. Very rarely in daily activities, if you don't hang from a bar, is our scapula ever going to be fully elevated and rotated when we are in this position here. So it's a really useful thing to do that, and that's what hanging does. And fourthly, it's going to help start to get the joints and muscles a bit more stable, and that's really where some of the exercises come into it, and we'll talk about that in a different post. So let's go and have a look at how you can incorporate this hanging into your daily activities and how beneficial it can be. So hanging from a bar in concept is really simple. Okay, we want to grab onto a bar and we're going to just let our body hang and let our total body weight go through our shoulders. The only thing working is your grip. Okay. Now that's easier said than done, especially if you've got a really bad shoulder or things are quite sore, so you really want to build up to this, okay? And I'm going to show you how you can actually do that. So to build up to this hang, we're going to start with a bar where you can have your feet on the ground or onto a stool or a chair, whatever you've got there, but we want to be able to have our feet resting on something. We're going to hold onto the bar. We're then going to let our weight sink down, let our shoulders take more and more weight up into whatever your shoulders can currently handle, okay? And then you want to just hang out there, okay? You want to make sure that your head's loose. We don't want to be tight and stiff, nice and loose, and just hang out for as long as your grip strength will last for, because that's usually what's going to give out first, especially if you haven't hung from a bar before. As you get better, you can then say hang down, take one leg off the ground. As you get better with that, you can then take both off the ground and then let your full body weight hang through your shoulders, okay? Now the main thing that's going to limit your time of hanging is going to be your grip strength, okay? So this is just a matter of building up the strength in your grip, and that just takes time and just a repetition. So what I'd suggest for this in regards to a time frame would be to say hang on a bar for an accumulated, say 1 to 2 minutes, depending on how long you grip. So you might be able to hold for 20 seconds, so you'd do 20 seconds, relax, let your forearms sort of recover a little bit, do it again, and just build up to that sort of, say, 1 to 2 minute mark, and just see how your shoulders are feeling. And then from there, as you get better, you can hang for longer and longer. That's the simple process of hanging. So we're going to hang from a bar, start off nice and easy, having your feet resting on the ground or on a chair or a stool, and as you get better, you can progress to going down to 1 foot, going down and then taking both feet off and having your full body weight hang. Now this is called a passive hang. This is where we hang passively from a bar, nothing's working except your grip. In the next video I'm going to show you how we can turn it into a bit more of an exercise by doing what we call an active hand, which is where we start to activate some muscles to make your shoulders a bit more stable. So stay tuned for that. Of course, if you have any questions, please comment down below. I'll do my best to answer those for you. But I would encourage you to try it. It's made such a big difference for my shoulders, and hopefully it can help you too.